want to try something a little different with you guys today. Just cover a few topics, some questions. I'm not able to do a live stream from this location. Connection's just not good enough, but luckily I can upload videos. And I've been getting a lot of questions about what's been going on, and so I want to cover some of those today. Right now though, I just got back from town, filled up on water. I got 24 gallons. I got 4 of these filled up. It cost me $5 at an RV park. It's freaking awesome. Good water, really good water. You can see it's a little awkward for me to pull it all the way out, in and out of there, but it's my system and I like it. It works pretty good for me. Plus I got these little 1 gallon jugs filled, and this makes it super easy. But I needed water bad because I've been going on some pretty good hikes with Mr. Echo, and been getting sweaty, getting dirty. My feet are pretty nasty. And I was looking at my hands, and you know, you get that black gunk under your fingernails. So that's the main reason I was like, I gotta go into town and get water. I had a little bit left to drink, but in the trailer, it's basically completely empty. Let's fill up the trailer tank right now. So I took the dogs into town with me. They just sat in the truck. We were only in there for we were gone for probably an hour and a half. It's not that big of a deal. I picked up a package. I used the Amazon pickup locations. We're near Flagstaff, and in Flagstaff I don't think they have any lockers, or if they do, I've just decided not to use the lockers because they can only accept certain size packages. And sometimes the stuff I order is kind of big or kind of heavy. Man, I was trying to get a fuel filter for the truck, and they won't send the fuel filter to a drop-off location because they say it's hazardous material. There's nothing wrong with the fuel filter in the truck, but it's time to replace it, so I wanted to get that done while I'm out here in the woods. Can you hear that logging truck coming by? Other than that, it's pretty quiet. You guys are probably laughing at me right now because this jug is leaking. This thing, it's just an old jug. It's got a leaky grommet on it. It doesn't leak too bad, but it works. This is going to be shower water right here. I'm putting 6 gallons in. I'm going to put another 6 gallons. The tank holds 24. I'm going to fill it up halfway. That'll be enough to give me showers and water for dishes, brushing my teeth, things like that for probably a week. I only use 2, sometimes 3 gallons for a shower. I can even do less if I just need to wet down and get the sweat off of me. So picking up the package, I got a few parts. I'll show you what I got to do a couple things to the trailer. There we go. Can you hear the flies? There's a lot of buzzing flies, and in fact, I did get a couple bites on my ankles, but I really can't complain because most of the flies here don't bite. And I haven't had any mosquitoes. Every once in a while I get a weird bite, and I'm like, where did that come from? Oh, if you saw, well, you'll see. I did get a bunch of insects on my feet the other day. But I'm releasing this video right now for you guys ahead of time, just so we can get some of these questions answered that I've been getting. There we go. So getting packages from you guys. We got awesome subscribers out there. You guys send us stuff from Amazon. I called my mailing service yesterday, and they said they had like seven 7 packages. So I'm getting those sent to me. It's the first time I've done that. It's like a mail forwarding service. And then I have a couple other locations where I get packages sent to. So if you guys send me packages, just keep in mind, like, it could be a few months until I get them. But when I do, I will open them, or I'll show what you guys sent here on the videos. There's actually a lot of flies. And the slow ones I can just flick off like that. I don't know how the camera looks. The sun is so bright, it's hard to see the image that I'm getting. These flies, man, they're bugging me. And I'm getting annoyed by them, but I'm really not getting bit that much. I've been in places like this where you go outside for a couple minutes and you get those no-see-ums. And you'll be covered in bites, and you might not even know it until later. And those bites, they itch for a week. I'm so grateful that I haven't got any of those yet. So I'm kind of feeling lucky. So let me know, you guys, what you think of this kind of video. Like I said, I just wanted to cover a few things real quick. I am going to show you Mr. Echo's bed because we had another incident with it. Speaking of that, we've been talking a lot lately about mice in the truck, and I think they're gone. I think since I moved spots, basically, that I'm not having mice in there anymore. I've been spraying every 2 days, peppermint spray. Is that helping? I don't know, but I've been reading all your guys' comments about how you prevent mice and rodents from getting in your rig. Things like putting cotton balls filled, you put peppermint oil on the cotton ball and stick that in a pill bottle, and then put holes in that and then jam that in somewhere in the truck. I don't know how many of those I need to do, but I have the stuff to do that, so I think that's going to be the next thing I try. I think that'll make the peppermint oil like last longer rather than me just spraying it on the surfaces inside the engine. That seems that you can only smell it like a day or two later, and then it's pretty much gone. So I've been getting a lot of other advice and ideas about like mothballs, put lights in the truck, under the rig. All kinds of people say, like, get a cat, you need a cat. And in fact, I think some of you have sent through Amazon your favorite products that are supposedly like really good mouse repellents. So I'm excited to try those. It's going to be a while until I get those, depending on which location they get sent to. It could be a few months. So I just want to remind you guys, like, if you do send stuff, since I'm traveling, I mean, I'm a full-time nomad, it's, you know, it's a little bit hard for me to pick up packages. It's super nice of you guys to send me that stuff. I love getting the stuff, the products. You see me use that water bottle that Random Spirit sent, and that was an awesome gift. I didn't know if it was going to work out, but I've been using it all the time for the dogs. But these mouse deterrents that you're sending, I'm excited to try them out. Once I get them, I will employ them. I'm going to have to do them like at different times, you know, maybe try one for a month and then try one for another month and see what has the best effect or what works the best with our lifestyle. I really appreciate you guys sending that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun, and it makes me feel good that you guys are thinking of us, me and the dogs. And the dogs, when you guys send the dogs treats, it's really awesome. In fact, I'm getting low on treats. I'm sure you guys have sent them. I just haven't picked them up yet at the different locations. So I'm hoping there's some treats in there for the dogs. Let me show you Mr. Echo's bed. Take a look at this. I'm going to flick this fly. See, that's one of the slow ones that you can flick. And then I flick them like that, they land in the ground, and then I smush them. Because sometimes they get up and fly again. You can see I got Mr. Echo tied up to this tree here. He's actually really good in camp, but we have had some pronghorn in camp, and he's been pretty good. He hasn't chased anything directly from our camp. And you can see I got the dog's water right here. I put it on this chalk. Usually I use a rock to raise their water up. That way bugs can't crawl up into it like ants and stuff like that. But there's not really any flat rocks around here. It's all lava rocks. So I just use a chalk from the trailer. But what do you think of his bed? Look at this. Is this crazy or what? So what I've been doing is I've been putting his bed on top of the truck every night, as well as my chair. I've been putting my chair inside the bed of the truck, so it's protected from whatever this thing is that's attacking our stuff. So far, it's actually only gotten this, and you can see, I mean, this thing is dead. Like, I have to throw this out. I want to show you how I take this thing apart, and then we can get a new fabric for this. These things are like 15 or 20 bucks for a new fabric. This one of you guys bought this for us and sent it to us, and it's lasted, it probably would last about 2 years the way we use it. We leave it outside, it gets in the sun. Echo uses it all the time. He loves this bed. It's my favorite Nomad bed. It's got a metal frame, and then these connectors here are plastic. But so I did leave it out. One other night I forgot, and whether it's happening in the night or early in the morning, I think is when it's happening in the morning, it's been attacked 2 times by whatever this animal is. So some of you guys were saying, you know, I was thinking maybe it's a porcupine. I haven't seen any raccoons out here, but I'm sure there are raccoons out here. And there are squirrels. There's some big squirrels out here. There's chipmunks and things like that. But some of you were saying a fox. Maybe it was a fox or a skunk. I tend to think it's probably a porcupine or a squirrel. So after 2 times, this is what I have to deal with. It's just crazy. So I want to show you guys how easy this thing is to take apart. Now, I don't take it apart when I store this in the bed of the truck because it's flat. Like, it just stores like this. It doesn't really take up any room. These legs stick up. That's about the only like inconvenient part about it. You see some of the other dog beds and they're like super awkward. Look at how small this thing can fold down. So if you do need to fold it down, it's, you know, it's this easy. Super, super compact. There, that's it. So this thing, I'm gonna throw it away. But it's cool. Like, I think it's pretty well made. You know, obviously it doesn't withstand rodent attacks, but as far as like being out in the sun, in the weather, I leave it out in the rain to like clean it. I feel like that cleans it. And Echo jumps on it. You know, he weighs like almost 70 pounds. And this is a medium size. It's not the large size. They have a large one, and I think they have an extra large one. But so he uses the medium size, and he curls up on it really, really nicely. So even with, you know, I think he's like 65 pounds. That big of a dog. He's got huge paws and huge claws. He has put a couple little tiny tears in it, which you can't really see now, but other than that, I mean, this thing has held up really, really well. So I'm super happy with this bed. So there, that's the whole thing. That's the bed. So I did pick up a few things from Amazon. Got myself an oil filter, and I got some cables for my phone, the electronics, and camera and stuff. Have you seen what we put on Mr. Echo? I can strap the GoPro. Somebody sent us a GoPro and a harness for him. That made a really cool video. I thought it was cool. I'm gonna do that to Dodger. He was actually running around, and I was thinking, oh man, I wish I had the GoPro strapped to him so we could see what it's like for him to run, because he doesn't, you know, he doesn't run a whole lot anymore. Here I got a new toilet flange, which this is going to be a disgusting job. I'm not going to show you this, but what happens is the toilet bowl doesn't hold water anymore, and I'm pretty sure it's got the original flange on it. So this trailer is over 20 years old, so you have to kind of reach down in there, and hopefully I'll be able to replace it. This stuff, this is just a cosmetic thing, and what I realized was on YouTube, the trailer, it looks pretty good. You know, it's an old trailer, right? It's kind of beat up, but it's solid otherwise. You see this trim here, see how it's kind of yellow? And you'll see in upcoming videos what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that stuff with this stuff that I got here. I think this was like 15 bucks, and it should do all. There's 3 on this side, 3 storage compartments. This is the biggest one right here. There's one on the front of the trailer, and then there's one on the other side of the trailer. It's about this size. So that's just a cosmetic thing. You do need this stuff because it protects the screws under here. You can see these ones are actually in good condition. This one, see how it's kind of rusted. So replacing that will help prevent water from getting in there. But the main thing is really it's just going to look better. So we're not going to do that in this video. We'll do that in an upcoming video. You guys let me know if you're excited to see that kind of thing or not. But with all that said, it's been nice talking to you guys. And sorry we haven't been able to do a live stream for a while. But once we get to a new spot, a better spot with, you know, better cell signal, then we'll do a live stream. Until then, check out our live streams. You can watch all the replays from our live streams in the past. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Come on.